Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're checking out the second in the Iron Roars C.A.T series of model kits. Building the first one of these, I'll tell you guys, I was very pleasantly surprised how much I really enjoyed the kit. At first I wasn't sure if I was sold on the design, but after building it and going through the review, I thought it was actually a really fun kit, so I'm looking forward to this one as well. Not only do we have the second one out in the line here, but we've also got the third one, which we'll be taking a look at in the next video. So we'll get to that. But for right now, like I said, this is second in the Iron Roars line of 160 scale model kits. Even though it's 160 scale, don't think that it's going to necessarily be like a perfect grade Gundam or anything like that. It was about the size, sort of more like a kind of like a 1/100 scale Gundam, but just kind of obviously much different proportions. Quite interesting designs though. So let's go ahead and get right into it here for today's review. Alright, so for the box art here, we have this cool image there of the cat firing its kind of bow weapon there, which does look quite cool, and these red glowing lights up on the helmet. And it has this little kind of assistant helper robot there. Around on the sides of the box, we're just going to have the same artwork there. Going around to the top of the box, we can get a look at what the kit is going to look like when it's all built and painted, and also with the decals on it there. And as you can see, its weapon of choice is going to be that bow there, but it looks like we also have this sniper rifle for that, and it's got this scope kind of over the eye and everything. It's got this case open and closed, so I guess the case, which holds the folded up rifle, also has a walking mode. So anyway, that's pretty awesome. Has arrows, its archer kind of stance there, and sniper box, I guess is what that is. Anyway, very interesting. On the other side, here's a look at the artwork, which I think, if I remember correctly, we had like an art card included with the first kit, so I guess that's probably what we're going to have with this one as well. We'll find out here in just a moment once we pop it open, but there you go. There's a look at the kit and our pilot here, Arrow Garcia. So that's pretty awesome. Pretty cool character design there for the pilots for this series. It looks like a very familiar style, so I wonder who the illustrator is for that. I don't know. But all right, yeah, first off, right off the bat there, we've got this cape part, which looks like that's going to be quite cool here. It's going to fit around the head, and it's this flexible cape. I can see it has the wire going down the sides of that, so that you can kind of bend and shape that very nicely, and tattered there at the end, so that's going to look quite cool. In here we've also got this card, like a sort of playing card of sorts there for another design. I'm not sure if this is another one that we may see out as a model kit in the future as well. Quite interesting, kind of dark demon skeleton looking version of that as well. We've also got some stickers here, foil stickers, and some water slide decals. The decals are going to be mostly in white, black, and then this kind of, it's sort of like a bronze kind of color there. It's like a orangish, brownish bronze kind of color. Quite interesting, does look quite cool. There's the decals. And then getting into the instruction manual there, we've got the same box art on the front. On the back side, a nice big reference image there of the painted and decaled kit. Let's open it up here to the front page. We've got some information in English and in Chinese there. It looks like information about the pilot, about the airdrop and everything. So some cool information if you want to check that out. It's all in color here so far. There's our parts list there as well. Looks like the construction itself is not going to be in color though, just in black and white for that. But if we skip ahead through the construction to our very last page here, we've got our decal guide. So where those decals are going to go around on the main kit and all the accessories, and then color guide over here. The colors are down there at the bottom. We have a few different reference images here as well. One more thing here, we do also have this thick flexible wire here, which is going to be used for the tail of it. Very nice. And then getting into the runners here, runner A is going to be all of our yellow parts there for the kit. Runner B is going to be some of these kind of mechanical parts, which is actually in a dark brown color. Runner C is in a plated chrome silver, which looks really nice. That'll give us some nice bright silver accents around on the kit. Runner D is some more mechanical joint type parts, hand parts, and stuff there in dark brown. Runner E here is some more accent parts in this nice bright purple color. Runner F is in a kind of standard medium gray color there. Runner G in a very interesting kind of pale orange color. Runner H, we've got two of these for some more parts in that medium gray. Runner I, we also have two of for some more parts in dark brown. Runner J, a few more parts here. It looks like mostly for the sniper box here in that medium gray color. And last but not least, Runner K here for a few parts in clear green. Altogether making for a very interesting combination of colors that I think should definitely look very unique when it's all put together. Let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll see how it looks. Alright guys, so here it is all built up, and like I said before, it was fun to build up another one of these kits. They're fun to put together, I will admit, and really interesting, cool little kits here. And as you can see, actually not that little, it's pretty good size. It's going to be larger than your standard like HG Gundam model kit. So it's a fun size to play around with and a cool design. The colors, like I said, there's pretty interesting combinations of colors for this one, but it works pretty well. The purple accents are pretty not that noticeable. They're just kind of here and there in between. The mostly kind of yellow and brown color scheme for this color scheme kind of reminds me of sort of like a jungle Donkey Kong kind of ape sort of color scheme, but still has like the cat design elements, so it's kind of a weird thing going on with that. But the asymmetry is also cool for those of you guys who are into a little bit of asymmetry in your mecha models. That's also nice. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at some of its accessories here. And let's start off with the basic accessories here. For our hand options, we've got some closed fists right there on the kit at the moment. We've also got some open hands here, just like that. Not too expressive, but some open hands. We also got these open hands here, which are flat with the peg on the hand. Now, I'm not exactly sure what you could use these for with this particular kit. Honestly, if you really wanted to use these hands for doing any like specific pose or something, you didn't care about having that peg on there, you might want to just cut that off. We've also got a set of trigger finger hands here for the left and the right side with a little peg there in the middle that's going to be used with our rifle. And then a set of holding hands here, which we're going to use for the bow weapon. So let's take a look here at our equipment. First of all, we've got the box. This is a pretty cool little accessory here. We've got a clear green piece and a sticker that goes behind that to make sure that that's glowing nice and brightly. We have an alternate piece here for the legs. So if you wanted to have this open, like in its open leg stance here, you have to take these parts off the bottom and then just kind of do a little bit of parts forming, reattach them onto here for like the feet. I'll show you guys how that looks here in just a bit, but this opens up like so. We have a couple of stickers that you can use for in there. The alternate one would be this one like that you could use. I went for the weapon unlock sticker up inside behind that clear green part. Down here, some detail of the silver part in there for like the ammo for the rifle. The rifle, when folded up, does fit inside there. So here's what that looks like. Again, a green sticker there for the lens for that. Can remove the barrel and fold this up like so. That's just gonna fit into there. The barrel will fit down here, and then you can close that up like that, which is pretty cool for our one weapon. We've also got this part here, which is not really so much a weapon on its own. This is, I guess, supposed to be what we use for drawing back the arrow on the bow. So the end of the arrow kind of fits into there, and this is what you'll hold with one hand. And then this is our main bow weapon here. Pretty large, and the silver parts can bend on this. For storage, we have a hard point right here, a sticker, a red sticker there on the end of that. And this can store right there onto the backpack when not in use. Just gonna plug that onto the back there. The arrow is also removable, and you just have that as a separate piece. We also have the kind of quiver, I guess it would be. This also just plugs onto the backpack. The top of this does open up. You open that up, there's some nice detail inside, but it doesn't really do anything other than that, just opens like that. And this plugs right here onto this side of the backpack like so. It's getting kind of crowded there around on the back, but that's all very cool. The part that we use for the other hand can be stored here on the side of the leg, either here or here. So it's cool that it can essentially carry all of its weaponry and everything, and then, you know, the box, it just carries in the hand. And so that is really nice. The only accessories that you have left over would just be hand parts and like these extra parts here like that. The tail is really nice. The nice thick malleable wire there for the tail. And then at the end, you have another clear green part at the end in there. It would have been nice if we had a metallic green sticker to go underneath the clear part. That would have given you the effect like what we can see here on the box, where on the end, without the sticker underneath the clear part, it's kind of hard to notice that that's a clear part there. Here on the face are there clear green part, stickers there for the eyes, stickers for the 4 little red dots on the head, stickers for in the ears, the gray aspect inside the ears. They're unfortunately not a separate gray part, but gray stickers in there for the ears. Otherwise, all the color apps that you see are actual separate parts, except for the little green bits here on the front of the chest and the front of the crotch there as well. Of course, those are also little metallic stickers, but purple accents on the forearm, these silver accents there on the front of the leg here and here, down here for the claws. These claws are like the retracted form. You can also move these up like that to fold them out for when in use. As a sort of melee weapon, they're going to look like that. So that's another weapon that it has built into the body. I guess one last little weapon here that we have is the little kunai up here on the shoulder. You can remove that if you want for a little stabbing action. And then we've got the cloak, of course. So basically all you're gonna do is just pop off the head, and then put this on, and then pop the head back on. And I'm gonna remove this stuff off of the backpack because I feel like that's gonna be very much in the way of the cloak, unfortunately. So it's kind of gonna be kind of hard to keep that stuff attached onto the back when you want to use the cloak, but just pop the head back onto here, and you can play with it a little bit to get it to look just right. But the wire going down the sides of the cloak means that it's very easy to form that in exactly the shape that you might want to have it like blowing in a certain way. So that's really nice. The way that this is kind of pre-weathered there for you a little bit does look really nice. So I think it's a really cool accessory to have with this. And overall, I won't go too in-depth into the articulation. It's all pretty standard. You have a joint there between the top and bottom half of the body. The head is just on a ball joint. The shoulders, these can actually swing out from the body there a little bit like that. And otherwise the arms work pretty normally. We have a double joint at the elbow, which gives you a nice full bend there. Another hard point on the back side of the arm for plugging on stuff. The hips, these are also movable very nicely. You can move it up, down, left, right, any way that you want without any skirting armor around there. There's nothing really in the way. The knees and legs are kind of unique because you have this like backwards knee joint there, but those can move at multiple points there for your leg. The ankle is just on a ball joint, so that works pretty well. Otherwise, the foot is essentially just one piece there. The ankle armor moves separately, but underneath the feet, just going to look like that. And with that, guys, let's take a look at some different poses here with this. So like I said, it's going to be a little bit bigger than your standard kind of HG Gundam kit, and obviously different, you know, kind of size and shape just because it's a little bit different design, the proportions, everything. It's more kind of bulky, especially there in the legs, of course. So a good size model kit. The posability of it is really nice as well. If you wanted to put this up on an action base, there is no hole up underneath the hip section, so you'd either have to drill a hole or use one of the hard points there, like on the backpack or something. You could use that as a connection point there for plugging this onto a base, depending on how you wanted to have the kit set up. Otherwise, just use like the pinchy claw grabber attachment piece for an action base, and you could use that just fine. But really cool kit here. As I mentioned before, these kits, when they first started coming out, when the first one came out, the design didn't do a whole lot for me, but they really are a lot of fun to play around with. The designs of them are quite unique. Putting the kit together is also a unique experience just because the construction of them is just quite different from, you know, building your standard Gundam model or whatever. So these are quite fun and interesting model kits. You know, whether you're into the whole like cat aesthetic of it or not, like a cat mech, I think could be kind of cool if you're into it. But just as something different to build, I think is one of the reasons why I enjoy these models as much as I do, just because they are so different from everything else that I build normally. So if that's what you're looking for, I think you'll definitely enjoy checking one of these kits out. So this is only the second one in the line, but as I mentioned, we do have the third one out as well, which I'll be reviewing for you guys very soon. I built up the two of these kind of in tandem, so I'll have the review for the third one coming out for you guys very soon. And in the meantime, if you want to check the kits out for yourself, check them out at USA Gundam Store. The link will be down in the video description below. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section as well. What do you think about the kits? If you have tried any of them so far, or just the designs, what your thoughts are on them. Seeing as how each one kind of has a different theme, let me know if you have an idea for what might make for a cool theme for a future release in the line. Let me know in the comment section below. As always, guys, thank you so much for all of your support, liking the video, commenting, subscribing. It all helps out a lot. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you all have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.